Da 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 da. Agatha all along. Well, just want to say that they I the reason why the screenshot, whatever you want to call it, thumbnail, whatever, is of John Campia is because he went a record stating it was the best episode um of the show, episode 7. But he is wrong in my opinion because, as I've stated previously, um, the best episodes are number 3 is my number 1, and number 4 is my second favorite. I mean, who doesn't love the musical, ness of Agatha singing lead? And but as far as the episode itself and John Campia being wrong, I just want to say that they totally miscast, or what do you call it? They dressed her up as the wrong witch. Yes, if you go for outfit, possibly the Green Witch may, but they should have had Agatha be dressed as the queen from Sleeping Beauty. She's the most ruthless. She's the one that wanted Snow White's heart cut out and put in the that little box by the hunter. So it would have been fitting with what she was gonna, you know, with her backstory of having, her backstory with her uh, young son, the something Scratch or whatever. I forget his name. Something Scratch. Uh, the one you hear in that dreaded episode 6. I didn't like episode 6. That's why I didn't review it at first. I really didn't like it. It was bad. It was poopy, I'd say, but still, it was not as bad as um, as episode 5. No, 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 no. Yeah, same episode. Sorry, I'm saying the episode with the that just had a Stranger Things feel to it. My most hated episode. It was horrible, and I don't like it. Horrible. Um, but episode 7, like I said, they should have had her dressed as you know, the queen. But, from Snow White. But, so, uh, but I will say, other than that, uh, the scenery, really great. Well, still not as, I would say, my third favorite scenery. First favorite is episode 3. Second favorite, as far as scenery, definitely the number 2. Yeah, my second ranking for the scenery alone would be episode 4. Yeah. Um, but yeah, as far as outfits go, I would say my ranking would be, as far as outfits, that's a toughie. That spins it on its head, so to speak. Those episode 7 joke. Ha. Uh, I would say, if I had to rank it by outfits, I would say, I have to. That's a toughie. So, sadly, I'd still say no, 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 no. Well, yeah, it's a toughie. Still between 3 and 4 of the episodes, but I'd say if we're not just talking about a certain time, certain periods of day or certain periods of night, I would say, judging by whole, as in every 24 hours, I'd sadly would have to say my favorite outfits as far as the ranking goes of the episodes is no. Who am I kidding? I have to go episode 4 as my favorite outfits for of the episodes. What can I say? Everybody's favorite, probably, but episode 3 definitely my favorite uh, outfits in the second place of of the rankings. What can I say? It's you know the with episode whatever the one with the I'm saying my favorite of the episodes of the clothing. So if I'm ranking it on clothing, I'd say sadly I have to go with my favorite outfits are from episode number 4. Then you go to episode number 3. Then you go to the wonderful to the wonderful uh, outfit of Agatha, and I'd say either episode 1 or 2, the one where she's talking to her neighbor and finding out about the last 3 years. Yeah, yeah, that, yeah, maybe strange for all of you to hear, but yes, that's my third favorite. Yeah, it's not my first favorite outfit. It's not my second favorite outfit she was in. No, no, it's my third favorite. I mean, because like I said, there's more to a character than just that. And I mean, I'd say I'd say my least favorite outfit she was in. I don't know. Maybe I don't think there is one. I don't know, but yeah, yeah. So yeah, but yeah. So and her outfit in the most recent one. I would say because of Wicked. I say I really that's not doesn't even make my top 3 favorite outfits of A- Agatha. Nope, it doesn't. It's funny. It's funny. Maybe my top 4, but not my top 3. But yeah, I would rank the Agatha Wicked Witch of the West outfit even below her outfit, which is technically called a birthday suit. Mm-hmm. In the episode where she talks to her neighbor and finds out about the last number of days, years. I'm saying I would put it below it, meaning I prefer you know that versus her as the Wicked Witch of the West. I mean, the other one's doing a way better job. Cynthia. Oh, and to the person that commented on the last one, I want to say thank you for saying her name. I just very tough on me, very tough subject. So it was the person that really just that I was focused on and not the name. So yeah, it was just thank you for saying that in the last episode, the comment. Yeah, it reminded me because like I said, it was more to do with the person and what the person represents and all that. And the person, let's just say, never mind. But yeah, so thank you for that person. But yeah, so yeah, and I will say that a little upset that they have not had post credit scenes and that they have been being released so late. May I remind you that Agatha all along was released in the early morning hours every single week. So just saying they could have done the same thing. But I don't know. The It's very sad that the last thing is kind of going to be like a two-parter, but like probably two episodes left. Because yeah, it just seems like we're going to get the last two episodes in one night. In one night. But I don't know. I think it would be very interesting if I don't know. I've I don't know. I just don't want. I mean, yes, people are saying that that Agatha will not die, but just I just don't want her son to. I don't want her son to appear on screen and be like, "I hate you and I will kill you," and yeah, I mean, leave leave that Scratch character alone. I mean, I'm just saying, don't have him come out in the last episode saying, "I hate Agatha, horrible," or the worst, or or please don't have them say by Nicholas or whatever, Scratch, whatever that he hated Agatha all along. Come on, let her have that catchphrase. Give him a different one. So yeah, so I hope they don't have that be his phrase that he, hated Agatha all along. Don't do that. And what I hope from the last couple episodes is, I want them to bring the one witch back. Yeah, the one that Agatha took her power. I want her to bring her back, or at least have a reunion with her mom. You know, but mm, or 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 the other one, or the older one. Find out the older witch is still alive. That'd be nice. I'd say either or. That's what I'm hoping. And but I'd say what I'm hoping the most is that they bring back Mrs. Hart. They I love how they've been sneaking in tiny little cameos of her, you know, and I really want her to return at the last episode and find out that she was a witch after all, or something, you know. Bring back Mrs. Hart, at least for the last episode, and maybe have her be you know, uh, a important character to the series. I mean, think about it. In Shang-Chi, they got that one character played by the whatever her name was. It has a name like Aqua Velvet or something. I don't know. Aqua or what? I don't know. That one character. That one actress from that one show that was really good. I can't think of her name. Uh, but she played Katie in Shang-Chi. If if they're allowed to keep Katie alive at the end of Shang-Chi, they should keep Mrs. Hart alive by the end of the last episode of Agatha All Along. I mean, technically, since since Teen, as they call him, is not going to be her familiar anymore, I would say they should have Mrs. Hart be her pet and or familiar or whatever. So they could at least bring her back that way, you know? So just saying. And yes, it would be validatable. It would be worth it. It would I really think that's what they should do. Because think about it. Shang-Chi has Katie. Agatha should have Mrs. Hart. fitting, don't you think? That's my opinions on episode 6 and 7 and of Agatha all along. And yeah, I would say, mm, I would say the episode, yeah, I'd say the episode in my last review that I said is the worst, the one where Teen goes, and he has the crown, and Billie Eilish's song about you know, you'll loving it in a crown or something like that. The Billie Eilish song episode with him getting the crown after killing all the witches. Except the one he liked. You know, maybe he could bring that witch back as a familiar or with all his great abilities or powers, maybe he could bring her back as as you know as his familiar or his pet or something. I don't know. Both both picks for pets by these both powerful creatures would be good and understandable. You know, I mean, heck, even Agatha said to the dead Mrs. Hart, "I didn't, I didn't think I didn't think you had it in you." So in a way, for her to say that to her, I guess it would. So yeah, so yeah. That's my opinion, and like I'm saying, I still think the one with with what's his name with Teen or whatever his name is, Billy, or now he's wondering if he's Billy or the other one, but he's not a speedster, so how can he think he's the other brother? You know, so I mean, he didn't display the other abilities, so um, see, I'm just saying. The one where he throws a hissy fit at the end, that's the worst in my opinion. But yeah, even episode 1 was better than the one where Teen has a hissy fit at the very end, and and makes the last two, which is kind of drown. Yeah, that's the worst still in my opinion. But I'd say the uh uh, the one where they had the wonderful little cameo of Mrs. Hart. The rest of it, where Agatha's kind of insane, and where she thinks she's in the police station, but she's not, and you see it from Teen's perspective. I just because of him in it, like I'm not saying I'm not talking about who he's kissing. No, no, no. I'm talking about I'm talking about just everything else Teen is doing in that episode. I just don't like the episode except for because overall, number one, how Agatha's acting for most of it, except the very end, she's perfect in the last minute of the episode. But yeah, the all up until then, just didn't don't like it. But not as much as the one where he's having the hissy fit, where what a horrible revealing of his powers, raising his hands, going, "Hey, really? You couldn't just do it some elaborate way that really cool." No, even Agatha in that episode that I'm talking about, I think episode 6, even Agatha said he can only use his powers when he's throwing a hissy fit or a tantrum. So for her to even validate it, saying that it was a tantrum, a tantrum in the last episode, it fits perfectly that that even she called it that. So that episode is the worst, and I'd say yeah, yeah. So not the one where, not the one where she's talking about the tantrum. No, the one where he throws the tantrum towards the end. That's the worst episode in my opinion. But yeah, that's all my reviews and all that on episode 6 and 7. And talking about episode 5, the total poof episode. Yeah, no one wanted the other witch to die. She had just kind of gotten her closure. But I guess maybe that's the thing. When Marvel characters get their closure, then they die or are killed off in the next episode. I don't know. But yeah.